the horrors, the losses associated with gun violence are just unimaginable. 33,000 people a year are killed by guns. We can do better than this, and we can do it consistent with the Constitution. There is no doubt in my mind. We can close the loopholes that are still open for people to get guns, the gun show loophole, the online loophole. We can close the so-called Charleston loophole, where the killer there, he went to pick up the gun that he wanted to buy after 3 days, even though his background check wasn't completed. And under the law, the seller had to sell it. And that young man, filled with hate, took that gun and went to a church and murdered 9 people who were studying the Bible. We can do better than this. And most Americans agree with that. About 90% of Americans and about 75–80% of gun owners agree with that. And we've got to say, wait a minute, there is no contradiction between being a responsible gun owner and trying to save lives. And that is what I want to try to accomplish. So when we think about our great country, and yes, I do think America is great, and I think we have work to do, I think we have problems to solve, but I think we're great, and I'm tired. I'm tired of Donald Trump downgrading and denigrating and basically insulting the United States, but he's been doing this for 30 years. This didn't just start in the last year. When Ronald Reagan was president, and the Soviet Union was toppling, which I think was a pretty good indicator of how strong we were, Donald Trump was taking out full-page ads and saying, oh, we're so weak. He's been doing this for 30 years just to get attention. So it's not surprising he's doing it again. This time he's blaming a Democratic president. Back in the 80s, he was blaming a Republican president. It's all about him getting attention. It's all about him seeing his name in the newspaper and seeing his face on television. That is not a good enough reason to be president of the United States.